So some new polls have been released recently that indicates that the Clinton-Trump matchup is not so pro-Hillary after all. And but this is what the Hillary campaign has been suggesting all along,
All
that they'll,
along.
they're a great matchup with Trump and they'll take him down easily, right?
Was that was that campaign she has? It's called Stop Trump.
Stop Trump, right?
Because it's only she could stop Trump.
Yeah, right. So in battleground states, Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, it's not looking good for Hillary Clinton. So right now
Already.
in May,
Already.
the gap is very tight. I mean, it's closed, right? I mean, the polling virtually tied. So in Florida, Clinton leads 43-42. 1 point, really?
1 point.
That's it. Okay.
1 point.
In Ohio, Trump leads Clinton. Trump leads 43-39. Trump leads.
Now, is there another candidate that polls better than Trump?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
And actually, in all three of these,
three of them.
yeah, he's beaten him.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, again, 1 point. Clinton's at 43. Trump is at 42. Like, this is terrible news, right? If Clinton's going to be the nominee and Democrats want to take down Trump, stop Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't good
if
news.
If
that's the sole motivation.
If that was the angle they were going into this with,
right?
Why are they kind of putting all their eggs in the basket with Hillary Clinton?
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense.
It seems like it's risky.
Oh, it's very risky.
Right?
Very, very risky.
But see, that's not just the only motivation. Of course, they want to continue the corruption, right?
Yeah.
It's not just that they want to, defeat Trump. They want to defeat Trump and protect their interests.
And protect the establishment.
That's right. So Bernie has a very good case, and he has said this, that he's going to make the case to the superdelegates at the convention that he's the strongest candidate. That if your goal is to take down Trump, you better look at Bernie.
But wait, Hillary Clinton has gotten 3 million more votes than Bernie Sanders, so that should prove to us that she's the stronger candidate, right? Right?
So
You're like, don't make me laugh, though. Don't make me laugh.
So let's look at that, right? Hillary Clinton has 3 million more votes, right? Okay. Now, not every state is the same. Not every state is a primary. There's a lot of states that are caucuses too. Yeah. And less people show up at caucuses, right? That's one factor. Another factor is in a general election,
independents
vote, right?
come into play.
Oh, you don't have to be either Republican or Democrat. You can be anything in vote,
so
right?
what you're saying is, maybe this large gap in the amount of votes has to do with maybe some of these closed primaries.
Oh, maybe. In New York alone, there were over 3 million people that didn't get the chance to vote.
Wait. New York alone?
New York alone. Just that one state.
Just that one state covers
had
that
over
gap.
3 million
just that one
people
state
that were
covers that gap.
Just that one state alone. And we know other states were closed primaries. So you're really you're really confident that if the primary season was opened up to everybody, you're really confident that Hillary Clinton would have garnered the most votes? Really, you're confident in that?
And so, you mentioned about the super delegates at the convention. Well, let's look at the general election. Or, is super delegates matter that much then?
They don't matter at all.
Exactly. That's the point.
They don't matter at all.
There's going to be a bigger pool of voters.
Right. You know who's going to matter? It's so funny. It's so funny that independents don't matter, in primary season, right? But come general election time, now they are the ones that matter. Wait.
Who's polling better with independents?
Bernie Sanders has polled better with independents this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
He polls better with independents versus Trump. That's why he's beating Trump. That's why he always beats Trump in all these matchups. Now, he may lose some red states. He would lose some red states. Yeah, I'm sure he would, because they're going to be people that just vote Republican no matter what.
Going to be people who just vote Democrat.
Right.
But is the establishment Democratic vote, is that enough to push Hillary Clinton over the top? And looking at these poll numbers, it doesn't seem to be.
Nope. No, because already in May, like we said, the race is already tightening, because she had a large lead before, but it's already tightening. It's May, and Hillary Clinton in one state now, in Ohio. Now Ohio's a swing state.
Yeah.
That state has determined the winner sometimes, right? You're telling me in Ohio, Hillary Clinton is losing to Trump? This is bad news. Bad news.
I mean, she has a very high unfavorable rating.
And
people and then like people point to her and them having trust issues.
Mm-hmm. See, and these are things that are really gonna surface in a general election.
When it's just going to, if it does end up being her and Trump,
mm-hmm.
it is just going to be a microscope on those things,
right? Because you think Trump ain't gonna shine the light on it. He already talking about crooked Hillary.
You know what? And here's the thing: the speech that she was demanding that Trump release his tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
She, I guess, has this idea that Trump is going to come with all this rhetoric and try to insult her. I don't think that's going to happen. Trump is going to turn into I'm not going to say Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
But he done won the Republican nomination.
That's true.
He done won it. He doesn't really have to do all that now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think, well, from how she sounded, it made it like, oh, I can handle all that Trump rhetoric. He's not going to do that during the general.
See, exactly what you're saying. Like, he doesn't need to do it because there's so much damaging information about Hillary Clinton. You don't need to call her names and go petty stuff and personal. You don't have to do that because there's actual facts that are damaging to Hillary Clinton. That's the reason why she's polling so badly.
And if the gap between her and Bernie closed so fast in such a short period of time, like, how can her campaign guarantee that the gap, which is smaller
mm-hmm.
with her and Trump,
right.
won't close? You know what I'm saying? Because if there are more independents, which there will be,
yep.
that are voting,
mm-hmm.
they're going to be looking to those things that Hillary Clinton has a problem with, more so than in the primaries.
And there's still an FBI investigation.
I was about to say, yes. I was waiting for you to say that. I was like, is he going to? I was like,
there's still an FBI investigation into her activity.
Not an inquiry, but
not
an investigation.
Inquiry. Exactly. Comey just said that he has no idea. A security inquiry? Yeah. I have no idea what that is. This is an investigation. So Hillary Clinton and her campaign they've always been pushing that nonsense that, no, this isn't an investigation into her. This is just a security inquiry. No, it's an investigation.
And, I've heard different things from, different sources, different articles saying that the DOJ is not going to go forward with it. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't, which I suspect that they won't because
mm-hmm.
it was Obama's DOJ.
Right.
It's still tanks her in a bit.
Yeah.
They can still use it simply because, they're going to, find no wrongdoing or no intent in it. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's not going to be hanging over her head.
Exactly. There is a reason that she set up a private server in her home.
Which you're not supposed to do.
You're not supposed to do that, right? Now, there are other individuals that have had private email for their businesses.
Colin Powell.
Yeah, I think Jeb Bush even did that, right?
But that's just a separate email account.
That's not installing a private email server in your home. This is totally different. And one would have to surmise that you did this to hide something, right? With some kind of intent to hide something.
To do something undercover.
Exactly. Because why do that when you could just use a private email server? Not a private email server, a private email account. Why do that? Why go that far? So, again, I'm not here to establish guilt.
Because what if that comes up in a debate with Trump? What is she going to say? I'm telling you, this is not going to be easy for Hillary.
No. She could very much lose to Trump.
I could see it.
But I could not see Bernie Sanders.
We might end up having Hollis Doyle as our president.